The quarterbacks are tough in this draft, that they're all tough. Are they? Are they all tough?
I would say that the first three are more dynamic than tough.
I would agree.
I've looked at a lot of these comparisons. When I say comparisons, what are the positives? What are the negatives? One guy played 55 games. One guy didn't play enough. One guy's kind of young. One guy's 21. I don't see anything with Caleb Williams, Drake May, or Jaden Daniels, who they all call dynamic, all of them. I don't see tough being thrown around a lot. Where I do see the word tough being thrown around, J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix, who plays sort of like a linebacker, bloody his nose up, and he just looks tough when he plays a position. I'm not a big Bo Nix guy either. And Michael Penix coming back from 2 knee surgeries and hanging in there and carrying the team makes him tough. Or are they zeroing in on that second group because you're at 3 and you're going to move out and we're going to be able to either get McCarthy, Nix, or Penix? Like, that could be a possibility. The word culture stood out to me when he talked about we got to pick the type of players that fit our culture. What is your culture? I'm glad he brought up Duggar and Owenu because you keep those guys, you're building culture. You're rewarding players that you drafted that came up through your system that are going to get paid and get paid well here. Salary cap is up what? $35 million, even though I don't care about the cap. There's more money now this year. So take care of your guys that you know. That's building a culture. If you let those guys go and you're bringing in more outsiders, you don't have a culture. You don't. You keep David Andrews. That's culture. You go get Hunter Henry. Offer him more money in the next. That's establishing culture. Because you already indicated, did Coach Mayo, that Hunter Henry's a big leader for this offense. It's keeping your guys that build, that start your culture. It's hard to have culture when you just keep bringing new blood in.
Back to his quarterback stuff.
Yes.
He talked about these guys being tough and also seemingly took a number of shots at Mac Jones. Talking about how
we want players
body language matters.
Want to play for the quarterback.
The underrated thing is guys wanting to play for your quarterback. Since when is that underrated? And then he said nobody talks about that. In fact, I would say everybody talks about that.
You ever hear the word moxie? You ever watch Friday Night Lights? Yeah. You ever watch Varsity Blues? Jonathan Moxon.
We've been talking for 3 years about players wanting or not wanting to play for their quarterback in New England.
You don't run my life.
I don't think it's underrated. I think it is appropriately rated. I think it is appropriately discussed.
Standard necessities to play the position. Leadership, you got to run the room. You got to have guys want to play for you, and you got to be able to elevate others.
All right, so here's my question. Does he sound like a guy who is ready and is wanting to take a quarterback in this draft?
Yeah.
He does to me. He sounds like a guy who's ready to find a quarterback in this draft.
I think he'll take a quarterback anywhere between 3 and potentially 20, somewhere in there.
Yeah, because even in those answers, he talked about how the vast majority of quarterbacks, if you really want that talent, are found in the first round. Like there are some outliers, but if you want that guy, you got to draft that guy.
Okay, brought up Purdy, Brady. Yeah, you're right. Good job, McKone. And he also said, we haven't spoken or talked to any of them. Haven't really done the work on them yet.
Is that unusual at this point?
No, I think he's playing the game.
Yeah, okay. So you think he has talked to them?
I think you kind of have to. We talk about him every damn day here. We're not, we have nothing to do with who's getting picked. It is the topic. That's all it is. From now until draft day. Who's picking 1, who's picking 2, and what are you doing at 3? That's the talk. That's the draft, man. It's all right there. First 3 quarterbacks off the board. Bang, bang, bang. Then when's the run start on the next ones? Does McCarthy get into that top 10?
Sooner than you think.
I'm telling you.
Always is the case.
It feels like this feels like one of those years. There could be 5, maybe even 6. Watch 7 go first round. I don't think it'll be 7. It's a big number. But, I mean, you're getting 3 off the board. 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, there's a lot of picks there in that first round left. 29.
Here's the newsy related thing, and that is who makes the pick, Eliot Wolf. Who is holding the card and making the final decision for the Patriots?
It's going to be a collaborative effort. Coach Mayo, myself, Macro, the whole staff. At the end of the day, somebody has to make that pick, and that'll be myself.
Okay, so he said we're collaborative. Everyone has their input. But at the end of the day, someone's going to make the call, and it's me.
Make sure you throw it out there. Everybody's involved in this thing, but bottom line, I got last call on it. I love it. I love it. Somebody's heading it up. This is what we want. I don't know. You make it. What do you think we should do? I don't know. What do you think? Everybody go with it? No? No. Get a guy that's been around the league, that knows the league a little bit, that feels like, I could get up there and I could answer questions. Yeah, it's going to be me. Good. Now you know who to point the fingers to if it doesn't go well. Or if it's a great pick. Nice job, Eliot. Oh, what a pick. He nailed the draft. We're going to know who nailed the draft in a year or two, and we're going to make our decisions whether Eliot Wolf is a good GM. Why would he laughing?
No.
Oh.
You'll hear it. Yeah, it has to come down to somebody, and he was not afraid to tell you it would be him. He didn't try to dodge that.
No, he didn't play around with it.
All right, so now we know. Who do we blame? Eliot Wolf. Who do we credit? Eliot Wolf. The same way we did that with Bill Belichick. Eliot Wolf has the hammer. But it's a collaborative effort.
Yep.
Well, I would like to know how Macro is spending his days now.
I mean, look at the room in there. I mean, you got all these guys walking around in there in a control room, but ultimately one guy makes the decision. It's the bald kid. It's Wolf.
Not on this show.
Well, kind of. Like, who's on air? What are we going to do? What are we going to talk? Yeah, Wolf. We're collaborative here. Yeah, we are for the most part. But it starts with Wolf. And then Rick's above him. See, like Rick likes to think he has input. Not Rick thinks he has input, but Jim believe he has input. Gives him a little office right next to Rick's. Rick's got the window. That's all you need to know. Who's got the window? Rick's got the window.
Eliot Wolf also indicated there have been changes, that they've changed the grading system within the Patriots scouting department, that it is more similar to what was going on in Green Bay when he was with the Packers. The previous Patriot system was more, this is what the role is, and this is more of a value-based system, apparently.